Right, we're here with Joe Dearman and Max Granville. And let's get this right.
Yeah.
Joe, supporters player and chairman's player of the year. Max, players player and managers player of the year. First of all, Joe, how proud are you of those two awards?
Very happy, very happy. You know, I've been here for 2-3 years, so yeah, it's been a long journey, but you know, yeah, I think I've done well this season, so yeah, just grateful and happy, yeah.
And as you know, I spoke to you, a couple of minutes ago. We call you the Swiss Army knife of footballers.
Yeah,
You've played so many positions, haven't you? Even throughout this season.
Yeah.
And but you seem to have settled in at left back. You've played quite a few games recently there.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, obviously David, the left back's been injured, but yeah, I just filled in for him wherever I can help the team. And yeah, Swiss Army knife, like they say. So yeah, man. Play anywhere.
And Max, for you, those two awards, what's that mean?
Yeah, no, I didn't expect it, to be honest.
It's chatting rubbish.
A good player's player. No, obviously, love playing with the boys, and I'm a team player, so yeah, I'd let the boys take the glory, and I'll just sort of sweep in behind like I do on the pitch. But no, yeah, it's been my first year back in football after taking a year out, and just wanted to get back enjoying my football and playing under Gaffer as well. I've loved playing under him, so it sort of brought out the best of me this year. So no, kick on next year, so it's been good.
Well deserved.
That's it. I mean, it's been a bit of a mixed season.
Yeah.
Been tough. Obviously, brought in a lot of new players. Been a lot of injuries and things like that. But I mean, it's been a good end to the season. You're 13 games unbeaten there. How important is that? Obviously, there's one more game.
Yeah.
You've got Beaconsfield away next week. How important is that to take into next season and build on that?
Definitely. Like you said, 13 games unbeaten. That's a good record. Most of them have been draws, but we like to turn them into wins. But yeah, hopefully, hard to beat. But yeah, just take it into next season. It was another good performance second half today. I think we should have won the game, but overall, yeah, just keep chipping away, take it on to next season. Yeah.
That's it. And defensively, over these last 13 games, you seem to have shored things up as well there.
Yeah. It's because I've been at left back. No, I'm joking. And Gunners has been at right back. Yeah. It's been good defensively. We've been solid. So I think it's all around the pitch. Gunners in midfield. Just everyone's been. Yeah, the boys have got closer together, and you can see. So yeah, it's been good. Yeah.
That's it. And I know obviously I don't want to jump to any conclusions. I'm sure things need to be sorted. But see you boys next season.
Yeah, depends how much money Gaffer get. No, I'm joking. Yeah, we'll be here. We'll be here.
Well, boys, fantastic season for you both. It's been a pleasure watching you both, and we'll see you again soon.
Top man, thank you very much. Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Right, gents. First of all, I mean, we've just had the the presentations from the club. Obviously, there's still another game to go. Last home game of the season. But Paul, I mean, Inanc. First of all, you've given your awards out, and Joe Dearman and Max Granville got your awards. Max got your your manager's player of the season. Paul, do you want to evaluate on that a little bit?
Yeah, I think that since Max come in, for me, he's been a bit of a rock. He reminds me of an old school type player, like someone like Mickey Thomas or someone like that. He can play, but he'll put his foot in and he'll get more yellow cards than probably anyone in the team. But he gives it his all, and he's been a breath of fresh air really. And I thought he slotted in well. He had a little bit of disappointment in being released and that as from Stevenage, but yeah, I've been really pleased with Max, and I think he deserves his award, and rightly so, because there's not much of that pitch he don't cover in a game, and you see that yourselves when you report on him. But yeah, he deserved it. Really pleased for him.
Yeah, absolutely. I think sometimes players like that can, obviously you've recognised him, but players like that can go a little bit unrecognised. Like you say, he does the hard work, he does the dirty work, and it doesn't always get seen, does it?
Yeah, listen, he might not score loads and goals and be up there like that, but what he does do, he marshals that midfield, and he will break down play, and he will create as well. He's not, Gucci. You look at Gucci and look at him, the different type of players, but no, he's a little Jack Russell, as I call him sometimes, in that middle of that pitch. He's nipping away at people's ankles, and you know, I know he got booked in the first couple of minutes today, and then you start worrying about, you know, would he get sent off? But I just think that, you know, he's an easy one to be on the team sheet. And to be fair, he's had to slot in at right back a couple of times, a bit like Joe's had to slot in at left back. So, you know, I've been lucky. I'm really pleased with him.
I see. You know, I come to you, Inanc. I mean, you know, your award went to Joe Dearman. I mean, we call him the Swiss Army knife of footballers. You know, he can, you know, do anything and, you know, go anywhere. And Paul, like you say, you've had to slot him in anywhere. I mean, Inanc, do you want to expand on Joe's award a bit?
Well, I mean, I've seen Joe play in different positions. You know, he's a true Ware player. He doesn't mind what position you put him in. I've not had any moaning from him or anything at all. I think he's a great player. He's a great asset to the club. Yeah, I mean, I think the effort that he puts in is brilliant. You know that every time he's on the list, he's going to perform. He's not going to let you down. He's consistent. Main thing with Joe is consistent, and over the years, I think he's developed well. And this year, I think he's deserved his medal that I've given him.
That's it. I mean, you know, for both you guys, you know, it's you said in the you know, in the awards when you was talking, Paul, it's not the season sort of like, you know, you'd have wanted, but there's been a lot of change. You've brought in a lot of youngsters, and you know, you've had a lot of injuries as well during the season, and you know, you've ended the season well. You know, it's 13 unbeaten now. Yeah. You know, how important is it to take a run like that into next season? You know, you keep some of these guys here. How important is it to, you know, to take that into next season?
Yeah, listen, if we can go to Beaconsfield next week and get a result, then we finish the season 14 games unbeaten. And it's something to build on, isn't it? You know, like I say, the youngsters that you've got here and the players I've spoken to for next season already, and, you know, I've got to sit down with Inanc and see where we want to be. But we both have got the same aim in goal, and that's to get this team promoted. And you know, and that's all I want to do. You know, this club means a lot to both of us. You know, so to take that into next season, to go unbeaten would be great, without a shadow of a doubt. So I think that goes unrecognised a little bit, that we are 13 games unbeaten. Albeit, yeah, there's been some draws, of course there is. But if we didn't draw them games, we could be in the playoffs. But you know, let's face it,
that's a record on its own, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. And, you know, I beat myself up a little bit, you know, regarding not being in the playoffs. I've set standards for myself, and I want to be in the playoffs. But, you know, I will take the blame. It's my job. I'm the manager. And I had a lot of rebuilding to do from last season. A hell of a lot of rebuilding, because you mentioned Joe, Fred. I'm just trying to think who else was here from the season before. Maybe, I think Clemo maybe come over later. No, I'm not sure if he did, but there ain't many players here that were from last season. And, you know, we know you have that turnaround in football, but, you know, I had to try and build something. And then the youngsters have stepped up. They are young, and bringing in people like Johnny Alotti, Sammy, and Mackay as well. It's been a learning curve for me as a manager, I must say, what we're trying to achieve. But I tell you now, and he'll probably back me up, we're going to go for it next year. We don't want to be staying here too long now. We've tasted that little bit, and now we want a bit more.
That's it. Well, you know, that's great to hear, and you know, got to say, you know, thank you guys. You know, thanks to you, Paul. Inanc, thanks for your, you know, continued support, and you, Paul, and you know, really appreciate it. Without, you know, you guys at the club, you know, we couldn't, you know, without that support, we couldn't do what we do. So, you know, really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
I said last night in my interview, I really appreciate what you in 90 minutes you both do. It's brilliant. It's been fantastic.
Lovely. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you again next season.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate. Top man.
Cheers.